On this week's episode, Scott decides to burn it down. That's right. He just burns the show to the ground. So you're going to enjoy it. Oh, no, that's the picture behind him. Yeah, but he still burns the show to the ground. Why do you do that? Scott also had surgery. Scott also had surgery. He wasn't feeling good all week, and he had surgery. It's his second surgery, actually. What was it again? A penis reduction surgery because the first one didn't take?
No, it was too long.
Oh.
Apparently, they don't like them that big.
That's the old joke when you're filling out your Microsoft password and you type in the word penis and it comes back and says too short.
That is correct.
But not you.
Not me.
Not you. So watch the show and see how many times I can say the word penis.
It's a lot, folks, but you should count. As a matter of fact, you should do the drinking game with it.
Every time Scott has a penis reduction.
What the heck are you
Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. Stick around and tell your friends you saw a show hosted by a robot. I'm that robot. I'm Steve.
And I'm the human, and I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, a podcast, a live Twitch stream, and Steve driving me freaking crazy.
Yep, and we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today.
Yep, but before we do that, you know what you need to do? You need to find the subscribe button, you need to find the share button, and you need to push them and do things with them.
Yeah, subscribe, like, but definitely share. It's free. It's all free. It's all free. So before we get on to any of our topics, we're going to talk about the pictures behind us.
You know why we do that, Steve?
But why do we do what, Scott?
Talk about the pictures behind us.
Because this is a talk show?
Well, kind of, sort of, but I figured it out. It's mainly because, not everybody knows exactly where we're from. So by doing this stuff behind us, this is our local pictures. So that's kind of like letting them get a taste of our home.
And this used to be a podcast back when we were cool.
Yeah. Well, it sort of is still a podcast. I do get one in every once in a while. It's weird how it works. All of a sudden, it'll say, oh, this is posted. Okay. Nice.
Very weird.
Yep. So, Steve, what is that cool picture behind you?
Well, do you remember any of our shows that we've recently done?
Yes.
Okay, Scott, then I'm going to leave this to you.
Okay. It's Vamped.
You tell everybody.
Vamped is going bye-bye after a bazillion years of being there in Vegas. I don't know why they're going bye-bye, but they are. 6 bazillion years? You're making weird fingers. What I want to know is, since you've been such a regular, supporter of...
What is that?
That's 6 and 1.
No, it's 1 and 6.
1 and 6, so 16. So that's 16 bazillion years. So the thing is, I'm curious, did you talk them into giving you the sign?
No, because it's for sale with the business.
Oh, I didn't realize that they were selling the business. I thought they were shutting down and selling it.
They're trying to sell it.
Ah.
And I don't have $4.3 million.
Well, it just irritates me, Steve. By now, you were supposed to have twice that because you were going to split it with me.
Yeah, I know. Didn't work out too well for me, did it?
No, didn't work too well for me neither.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We both made a pact that in 40 years, if we didn't make it, we'd meet back on this spot and we'd get married.
It's really kind of funny because with this being Memorial Day weekend, they've got all the war movies and stuff. And that is a common theme in a lot of these movies. Like, after the war, we need to go meet here.
Yeah. And all the romantic comedies where, we'll
meet at the Eiffel Tower, meet at a certain restaurant.
Friends, but if we don't get married or anything like that, we'll meet here.
Exactly.
So I did go. Would you like to see some pictures?
Yes. Well, yes,
no?
we would, Steve.
No, you don't want to see pictures.
I said, well, yes.
You said, well?
Well, like the way you should cook a hamburger, well done.
That's a deep subject.
Only if it's not artesian, because if it's artesian, what does that mean, Steve?
I mean, there's a lot of paint and lead in it.
Means it's above ground.
It's artesian.
Yeah. We got an artesian well in Whitewater.
Oh, why is
really
that
cool.
not working? Oh, there we go.
I don't know. I am not in your brain. Because you don't have a brain. You have a computer circuit. You're a robot. Boy, my voice is really kind of rough, isn't it?
It's all that smoke you're inhaling.
Well, sort of. Yeah. Four straight days of coughing constantly. Today is the first day that I've only coughed maybe 4 times the whole day.
Ooh, there's a new option in Zoom.
Ooh, where?
In the share options, you can finally share the Zoom windows.
Oh, yay!
And you can share toolbar notifications. Wow.
Cool beans.
Finally share all of that. Before you couldn't do that.
Oh, look at that.
And it shows you both. I still have us up and the share up, so I don't know what the hell it's doing.
Well, yeah, the bad part is in order to see the share, you had to move us off the thing. Before, we were just put into small little boxes off to the side.
I know, so I've got to try again.
Most people couldn't see anyway. I mean, you could, but it's like, why are you so tiny?
I'm not going to share the Zoom windows. I'm just going to share this way. So let's see if that works.
Yeah. I miss Sunny, too.
Did that work? Yeah. There we go. All right, so you don't want to share that because otherwise it just doesn't look right. That looks better. And now we're just
better.
Box up in the corner. Okay. So this was the lead-in band.
Oh, I see that. That's kind of cool. We're up there now.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know where you are.
Well, I see both of us on my screen, and then whoever's talking pops up.
Pops up, yeah. So that's the lead-in band.
And since you talk so much, you're the one that pops up the most.
Lead-in band, lead-in band, lead-in band, lead-in band, lead-in band, lead-in band.
The one guy looks like Jimmy, though.
No. Wait, where the heck are the photos?
I don't know.
Oh, how did that happen? Oh, this is the night before. Here we go. All right.
Are you putting it up as a? Oh crap! I forget what they call it.
I'm not posting what happened to the world today, or what happened in Las Vegas today.
Yeah, no, it's not what I meant. When you put a bunch of pictures in there and you have them play like every 10 seconds, the name for it, I know what it is and I'm stuck on it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Cleo?
Jimmy.
Yump and Yiminy. You ever tell him I say hi?
Yeah, all the time. Every time I see him. There's Todd, Corky Gainsford, and Jimmy Romero. And then over there is Barry Barnes. And Barry is the bass player. Barry is the bass player for Count 77, which is Danny Coker's band.
I play bass.
And who is who?
Who's who?
Who is it?
Well, the only one I know is Jimmy.
Who's Count 77? You should know.
I should know who Count 77 is?
The heck? Those are pictures from the magic show. You know who that guy is?
Magic Mike.
No, he's a very famous magician.
Magic Mike.
That's Matt King. And they had a variety for charity, like the magic for variety, like variety charities.
Okay.
And I went. That's
Hey, it's a doggy.
Dillon.
Pull a doggy out of a hat instead of a rabbit?
That's Farrell Dillon. He's a magician. That's his wife. I forget the dog's name. Amanda. That's Fielding West. He is a awesome magician and does a lot of work getting other magicians doing work. And then that's Chet Buchanan. He's a local radio morning DJ.
WOLDDD.
That's Lefty Lefkowitz.
Oh, wait, no. Everything over where you starts with a K.
Lefty Lefkowitz works with Murray and does a lot of work in the background, plus does and produces magic shows. And great magician. And
Good old Murray.
You know who Murray is, right?
No.
Yes, you do.
Why would I know who Murray is?
Murray, the celebrity magician. Remember the guy on Pawn Stars who used to go verify all of the magic? Joan Decor. Weird the pictures are there. Oh, there's Mondre. Mondre's got a great act. This guy is smooth.
Well,
she still works with Doves. There's Mike Hammer.
Offhand, I'd say if you were in these shows, you have to be decent or they wouldn't have you in the show.
You know who Mike Hammer is?
That name does sound familiar, but I don't know why. I thought that was from a TV show.
I've talked about him from other.
Because I know it was an MC Hammer.
He's Chicago boy, and there's Fielding. And then, she's a singer, Giada. Can't remember her first name. Yeah.
Me neither.
And then this is weird how the pictures are going. There's the band. And then, wait, what the heck? My thing just froze up again.
I hate when that happens. All over my bullets and everything.
I can't do anything.
Well, your cursor's moving all over the place.
Yeah,
so.
but the screen won't go up or down. The pictures won't go up or down. Oh, well, I'll unshare it then.
Oba, welba, melba, toasta.
See if I get it to move now. Nope. Won't move now.
You broke it, blockhead.
This is weird. Well, my computer's been being weird. So, I can go back up. Nope.
Yeah, we've been having internet issues again. We had storms come through like one after another, and
hey, it closed it finally. So let's figure reopen it. Because I want to show you some of the other things that were going on around here.
Oh, there's other things.
But it's just not working. So, all right, let's go on to your picture then. So that was vamped, and then I went and saw LVDC. I was going to show you pictures of that, but unfortunately I can't.
I hate when that happens, Steve.
Awesome. Kind of like when you go on vacation, you come over. Want to see the pictures of my vacation?
Check that out, Steve.
Did a helicopter crash in your backyard?
That kind of looks like it, don't it? But what it is I'm cleaning up the property. I had some time. That's how you clean up the
property? You just burn it down? Is that how you clean out your garage? Is that how you're going to clean your house?
These beams have been sitting out in my property, and I've had to cut the grass around them for 8 freaking years. $1,000 beams that have rotted away to be useless. So I burned them.
Good for you. Are they just ash now? Did they make an ash of themselves?
They're not completely all gone because they were so big. And I haven't had time to go back there. I've got other stuff
pile them back up and burn them some more?
Well, I've got a couple more to put in there too. So, and if you see this back here, right, you see on my finger, but that's another huge pile of reclaimed wood that's been nailed and everything. I do, Steve.
Okay. Just wondering.
It reminds me of Happy Days. Sit on it, rotate.
Yeah, Potsy.
Potsy. Good old Potsy. So mine was faster than yours. That's, well, sort of. I had, what did I have? You were
sick.
Yes.
You said you were sick.
I was still, shoot skis.
What?
Shoot skis.
What'd you forget?
I had a different picture that I could have showed you guys, but I did not take it off my phone. The other thing I did while I was sick is, that's not the right thing.
What?
My garden is in.
Oh, the pots. I saw those. You show me those offline? Why are you sending me a bunch of messages on Facebook just out of curiosity? Stupid and useless?
Because they're stupid and useless.
That's not what that platform is for. Stop bothering me or I'll unsubscribe.
It is exactly what it is for.
Stop bothering me or unsubscribe.
Okay. This one is my actual garden in my backyard.
What'd you grow?
We've got 3 different tomatoes, 1 heirloom, 1 regular, and 1 cherry tomato.
When you went the other day, you said you could only find one of them. So I take it you went back and they had them, or did you go somewhere else?
Correct. One elsewhere.
Correct.
So.
Correct everything I said. You're so good.
Then I've got a heirloom squash that I've never seen before. Looks kind of interesting. It's a striped squash.
What makes it an heirloom squash?
In order to be heirloom, it has to meet certain qualifications. They're not genetically modified. It's been passed around for generations. They're heirlooms. The
passed
quality,
around? That doesn't sound very good.
The problem with them is, since they haven't been genetically modified, you have to be really careful about bugs because the bugs can destroy them quickly. So you have to pick them at the right time before the bugs get to them. But the quality it's worth it if you got the time. By having them in the buckets above ground, it's going to make the bugs harder to get to them because the most damaging bugs come from the ground and crawl up. Most flying insects aren't as bad, with the exception of Japanese beetles. They're terrible on gardens. But then I've got jalapeno pepper. I have yum peppers, which are the multicolor ones. There's 4 or 5 different colors. I got 2 of those. Green bell pepper, red bell pepper. What am I missing, Steve? Cucumber.
I don't know. You're looking at the picture, and you know you grew there.
Yeah, well, sort of. I planted 2 cilantros. So I have fresh cilantro.
So I'm going to read you the definition of heirloom.
Okay.
And if you went to the store and bought them, it kind of defeats the purpose of the definition. It's the spirit of the definition. But a seed becomes heirloom, and it's spelled heirloom.
Yes.
Where you weave hair, but not that kind of hair. Hair
right.
The kind that gets your stuff passed down. So through generations of preservation and natural open pollination. This means the seed is saved and passed down through families or communities for decades, typically 50 or more years, and it's pollinated naturally by wind, rain, insects, and other means. So if you don't want the insects, there goes your pollination. Rather than being created through artificial hybridization, heirloom seeds are true to their parent plant, meaning they produce offspring in the same characteristics.
Right.
So, but seeds are saved and passed down through families or communities for decades.
Yes.
I don't know of a national company packaging seeds who is passing it down through your community.
There are a couple of them. Believe it or not, some of these companies like Bonnie. Bonnie has been around for a long time, and it's a family. So they
shut up. I chose not.
Well, you just want one of those. You just want one of those glazed knots. I just know you. You like those glazed knots.
I said not.
Snot.
All
That's the other thing that I've had to deal with the damn cold. Snot. Ugh.
So you caught a cold?
Yeah, nasty one.
Did you catch it from your bus run where you were? Were you outside and the weather wasn't good?
From my brother-in-law.
Well, how'd he catch it?
Well, he got it from when he was working outside, but then,
Weird.
Yep, he coughed and sneezed for 5 days in the house, and then all of a sudden I started coughing and sneezing.
Nice. So guess what I did today?
I already know what you did. I don't have to guess.
Okay, tell me.
You woke up this morning, you went to the bathroom, and you made sure that you did all your morning ritual. Then you got up, you went downstairs, and you looked at the coffee machine and said, crap, coffee tastes like crap. I want something better, so I'm going to have myself a Diet Coke. Because Scott says Diet Coke is a good thing to eat or drink in the morning.
Nope.
See?
None of those were right, including waking up.
You never woke up?
Never
You're still
woke up this
sleeping?
morning. Slept all the way through past noon. Woke up in the afternoon. Because why?
Because
was
your
out
power
at
went
Vamp
out.
last
So
night.
you.
I was out till 3
okay.
o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. No, just kidding. I did get up in the morning, but that's the only thing you got right. That's what I did today.
You won the lottery? Mission Impossible. You know, it's one of those things. I have to watch those movies on my own because Susie cannot stand him.
Peggy went with me. Peggy went with. But did you notice the XD matinee? I went 11 a.m.
Yes. It's cheaper that way.
No, it was really cheap. Remember I told you I have T-Mobile?
Uh-huh.
And I have T-Mobile Tuesdays. And you know what they gave away this week?
Free popcorn.
Free. $5 tickets to Mission Impossible.
Ooh.
Now, when I say $5, you got to go through Atom Ticket app, right?
Okay.
And what do ticket apps have?
Fees.
Right. Well, guess what? It waived the fees also. It was $5.
Wow.
When was the last time you went to a movie for $5?
28 years ago.
Right? That's pretty good, right? So
It's
thank
really
you, T-Mobile. Thank you, T-Mobile Tuesday.
T-Mobile Tuesday.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I agree.
So one of the perks of having T-Mobile.
You know what?
So what else you got? What else did you do? So what did you do today besides be sick and not put the pool up for Memorial Day weekend?
Well, I checked out the hot tub because I've been using it, but not checking it because I've been not healthy. And I felt good enough that I checked my levels, my pH levels, all that sort of stuff. Redid my bromine in my floater.
You got in it?
No, that's for tonight after, it gets dark out.
Okay.
So got that done. And then we had lunch. And
where'd you go to lunch today?
Yeah, we went to the lunch with my brother-in-law and nephew.
Not with who? Where?
Oh, the Nora's Cafe again.
Oh, okay. Because last week was different.
Yes, it was.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Why can't I ask?
Stopped at the bakery and I got a chocolate covered Danish, which is so nummy.
Chocolate covered Danish?
Yeah, it's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Never really thought of a Danish being chocolate covered.
Oh yeah, I've gotten them at Piggly Wiggly every once in a blue moon. They'll do chocolate chip Danish, which just the Danish with chocolate chips in it. Although other than that, it's normal. This one here, instead of chocolate chips, they literally pour, an eighth of an inch thick of chocolate over the whole freaking top of this thing. You bite into it's like, oh, this is so good.
And they pour it over. They don't dip them.
It looks like it. Yeah, it's poured. You could see the
pour? The pour ripples.
Yeah, sort of. Because they do it while it's relatively thick. It's almost it hardens to the consistency of like a chocolate bar.
Thick.
Yes.
Do it while it's thick.
Yes. When you're doing like chocolate cake donuts, the chocolate is heated so it's really thin, but when you turn it upside down, it dries really quick because it's thin. This here is much thicker, so it had to be, harder so it wouldn't run off the Danish.
The way you describe stuff just floors me.
Well, that's because I'm in the Midwest and you're not.
I grew up in the Midwest. Still floors me.
Steve, you still haven't grown up. Let's get real.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I don't think you have any idea what you're talking about. So
I haven't grown up either because we're men and never grow up. We get older, but we do not grow up. Genie's
cool.
Damn straight.
So that's it? You went to Nora's and that was it?
And then I had a bus run for a wedding today, so I did that for 3 hours.
You got a bus run today? Today?
Yep, wedding.
Wow.
And then came home, ate my dinner, played my game for an hour, and then as soon as the game was over, I came upstairs and got the show started.
Wow.
That's my day in a nutshell. Oh, and I'm trying to sell a
bus?
a nut. What the hell do they call it? A nut tray. I'm trying to sell a knife or nut tray.
What is a nut tray?
Do you remember when you were a kid and you went to your grandparents' house? They'd have this little wooden tray that had like 3 troughs in it, and you put 3 different, like walnuts.
And you had the nutcracker?
Yes.
And the little pick sticking out of it so you can scrape the... Okay.
That is a etched nut tray, hand etched.
Yeah, it rotated so you can't really see it. It got smaller. Yeah. Okay.
So...
By who?
Knife for?
How much is it worth? What are you trying to sell it for?
NYFUR, Knifer. I believe it's German.
Too.
I believe it's a German thing. So I got it for $25.
Well, don't say that.
Because it's a collector's item. No, that's what I'm selling it for, is $25.
Yeah, don't say that.
Why not?
I just said don't say that.
Oh, don't say that. Wait, I said that many times already. Now I'm confused.
Is it a wooden nut tray?
It is. And it's hand etched.
I can't find it anywhere on the internet.
I was able to...
NYFUR?
Yes.
I'm searching it and I don't see it.
Well, I found a couple of them. One of them was in the UK.
I put in knife or hand-etched wooden nut tray. And it keeps wanting to go to fur hand-etched. And I don't want it to go to fur. I want knife or. And I do not see... I don't see one in the search anywhere. That's weird.
Yep. So, and then I've got a dual.
And where do you have it listed?
Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp.
All right, well, throw the links in the description so people can go buy it.
And then I've got a...
Put the links in the description so people can go buy it.
Yes, Steve. The problem is it has to be local because I'm not... Well, I guess I could ship it if they offer me enough money. But
yeah, you have paid to have it shipped. So. Put the shipping outside of local additional.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
Nope. And the cool thing is I have a dual size pressure cooker from Spain that I'm selling also.
Cool. Put the link for that up there too.
Yep. Kind of neat.
Shipping additional, pick up free.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that one. It's the things I'm finding. We're going through stuff. We got stuff here from my parents' house too. I'm going to be doing stuff. So, and some of that stuff's like 90 years old.
Crazy.
Yep. So it's probably a bug.
No, stupid.
Stupido?
My computer's doing weird stuff. I don't know how to get rid of this.
Is he related to Geppetto?
It won't go away. Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't see it. So if I don't see it, nobody else sees it. Only you see it. So maybe you're imagining.
Yeah, but it slows down my computer and blocks things.
Oh, yes, there is that issue.
So that's kind of a problem.
Okay.
So what's going on this weekend? What are you doing tomorrow?
We're going to the store because we didn't get there today to pick up a few things. And other than that, I have...
Are you both off for tomorrow?
Oh!
On a Monday?
Other news. Other big news. Forgot all about this. Because of the tariffs, Susie lost her overtime. They have shut down all overtime at the plant because they have lost their largest client, who is in the UK. So instead of working all these, 50 to 60 hours a week, she's now maxed out at 40. So maybe she'll get caught up in her sleep and be normal again.
But there are no tariffs to the UK. They signed a treaty agreeing to eliminate the tariffs for 90 days.
Yes, well, this is what's happening, Steve.
Well, somebody's lying to somebody.
Well, we know that.
How do you tell when a politician's lying?
Their lips are moving.
There you go.
So, anywho's, before it gets too late, we should talk about the buzz.
No.
Because you got a buzz.
We should talk about what's happening tomorrow on Monday. Stay with the subject list, Scott.
Oh, that's right. We didn't talk about that yet. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. This is Memorial Day weekend, and tomorrow is Memorial Day.
Very good. And what will you be doing to celebrate besides shopping?
Well, technically, you don't celebrate Memorial Day. You celebrate
the memory and the families that did the sacrifice for you to be able to be free.
The part that's interesting is people make parties out of it, but
how else do you celebrate?
It should be a
somber remembrance.
No, you should have a short little thing about that because it's not somber. Because we'll talk about that later in the show, Steve.
No, we won't. Talk about it now.
Oh, did you change it again?
Talk about it now, Scott.
Ooh, did I get a tan from being outside working in the garden? I'm not all pasty today.
We'll talk about it now, Scott.
All right, Steve. What are we talking about?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Why do you have that thing over by your right ear again?
Sunlight.
Oh, that's right. It's because,
It's sunlight still day here.
Yeah, it's daylight here, too. We'll have daylight during our show all the way until, I think, September now.
And I don't have a back on this green screen, so.
Yeah.
See, now it disappears.
And
now it looks like it's just from the lights there.
What direction does that window face? Is that a southern facing window?
What do you think, Scott? What direction do you think the window faces if the sun is shining into it at sunset?
Well, it could be west, but I was thinking you've got the mountains to the west. Oh, that's right, because you have it, and then all of a sudden it just goes away really fast. Poof, gone.
So you honestly believe that because there's mountains, the sun would only shine in from the south? Shine in.
No. You got to remember the sun isn't.
No, you got to remember.
The sun isn't at the same zenith. It moves. So
yeah, it rises in the east and sets in the west.
That is always true. However,
and you've seen the sun shine in your window from the south.
Well, yes.
You've seen sun rays shine in your window from the south.
Goodness, yes.
No.
Yes.
Sunlight, but not the sun rays.
Nope. Sun comes in.
A southern facing window does not get direct sunlight. Now, a southern facing house gets more sunlight than normal. However, in the northern hemisphere, a west and an east window will have the sunshine into the window.
The majority of the time, yes.
Well, no, only half the day. East
so
in the morning.
The only time that it gets close is I do not believe. Yes, we do get sun in the northern windows also for a couple of weeks.
You get light, but the sun does not shine in.
Dude, I'm serious. I know this because if I go up to the window, the sun's in my freaking face.
I want you to take a picture of the sun shining in to your window.
It's because of the way
it's because works. You're an idiot.
It doesn't. The Earth is rotating, Steve, and it tilts on its axis.
East to west. Yes, east to west. Yeah, you're an axis.
See? So when it's like this, you get a little bit of sun coming in for a week or two from your northern window. When it's this way, you get a little bit from your southern window. Yes.
No, you're mistaken. It's sunlight, but it's not direct rays from the sun.
Okay.
It's not direct rays from the sun.
You keep thinking that, Steve. Because when I'm sitting at my desk,
you keep thinking that the sun changes and sometimes it goes north and south.
No, the planet changes. The sun doesn't change. The planet changes.
We're in a corkscrew, dude. We're traveling through the space in a corkscrew.
The space-time continuum?
The sun does not rise in the south and set in the north.
But it will come out tomorrow.
Ever.
Bet your bottom dollar.
Ever. Okay, Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah. All right, so No, what the hell?
What?
There we go. Fixed it.
What'd you break now?
Because my laptop monitor is smaller than my
is facing south.
Show
the sun is
screen
shining
monitor,
directly into it.
If the mouse is too far to the left, it won't go up to the other screen. I have to bring it to the center and move it up. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But all of a sudden, it's like, where's my mouse?
Well, readjust your screen alignment then.
Oh, I like it the way it is.
Well, but the mouse won't go up.
It does go up. It just can't be to the left until it goes up. Once it's up,
change your screen alignment.
No, I like it. I like it. I like it.
That's because the sun's shining in your eyes from the north. So why are you fat shaming the VW Buzz? Oh, he just left.
Hey, it was fun down the other day.
Nobody knows what you said. And now we have dead air. Why did you leave?
What time is it? It's Goober's time. Goober's time.
You went and got Goobers?
Oh, well, Goober's here.
Here.
You were supposed to introduce me. I got off the screen because you always say, go away, then we'll bring me in.
Not time for that. We're fat shaming the VW Buzz. Yes. You talked about the Buzz. You want to talk about the Buzz.
Yeah, and then you went elsewhere because you're weird.
So why are we fat shaming the Buzz?
I have no idea, or unless, of course, buzzes on fat people look weird, but I don't think so.
Read the purple.
There's purple?
Read the words in purple.
Well, now we are fat shaving the VW Buzz. VW orders stop sale of ID Buzz partially because of the rear seat being too wide.
So the rear seat is too wide. Therefore, the who's responsible? The NTSB, the National NHTSA.
You're giving me a headache, Steve.
The NHTSA is making them make the seat more narrow.
Okay, that sounds like an airplane.
Okay,
make the seat skinny.
Which is why they're fat shaming it. Why can't you make a comfortable seat? Why do you have to be in a narrow seat? You know why?
Because the vehicle has to meet certain specifications in order to park in a small parking lot and be considered a compact car.
Stupid. Oh. So it's because of the number of seatbelts. Then they put 2 seatbelts across the back bench.
Oh.
So if it's too wide, then you can put 3 people back there. But what if it's 2 fat people? Then it's still only 2 people.
What if it's 1 really, really big fat people?
What if it's one that skinny person?
Like
Then it doesn't matter what chair they're in.
Like that lady that Susie watches on TV that weighs 800 pounds and she sits in the whole back seat of a car.
This is stupid. The seat's too wide because there's only 2 seatbelts back there and you could squeeze a 3rd person in there. Therefore, it's unsafe. Again, you know what we need, Scott?
Common sense?
Yes. We need to allow stupid people to get eaten by the lions.
There's only one problem with that. What if the lions become stupid through osmosis from eating the stupid people?
Okay. What if aliens come down?
Well, the problem is if aliens come down, they're going to be way smarter than us, so we're all considered stupid to them.
That's why they don't talk to us now. The reason we see aliens is the same reason that ants don't talk to us. When was the last time you talked to an ant that crawls around on the ground? And does
once in a while. I pick them up and say, all right, Mr. Ant, I'm not going to squish you. I'm putting you outside.
And you have conversations with them?
Well actually, no, but I keep
you're the guy who turns it inside out and puts them back. Yeah, you're that guy. And that's what aliens are doing to us.
They look at us. They go, oh, my God, these
people
are too fucking stupid.
People get abducted, right?
Yeah.
Because they pick them up once in a while. That's exactly what it is.
I remember many,
do you remember?
And I do mean many Star Trek episodes that pretty much relied on that particular premise.
Yeah.
We cannot introduce ourselves to these people because they have not achieved certain amount of intelligence, and they won't be able to handle
that part. Forget that part of it. They at least theoretically thought that they could communicate with the people that they were interacting with. I'm talking about such a disparity that you can't even interact with them.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think the VW Buzz is actually pretty cool looking. I thought. What do you think?
I didn't see it yet. No.
Oh, that's because you walked away for no reason.
I did not walk away. Oh, yeah, I've seen those. I forgot that was called the Buzz.
Yeah, it's the electric one.
Yes.
That's why it's called the Buzz.
Right.
It's electric.
And then, of course, they've been using AI, and you can see it in like 12 different colors, and only 3 of them are available.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know doing that. And I think it's funny you're using AI.
Yes.
You can use Photoshop and do the same thing. You don't need AI.
AI is faster.
Okay, then why don't you leave?
Because I'm not AI. You're AI. You have to leave.
You need to leave.
I can't leave. I left already, and then you made me come back.
Leave.
Oh, wait.
Leave, or I'm not introducing you. Good, he's gone. Now we can have a good enjoy. Oh, he's back. Is Mr. Goober's going to do our genuine positivity message?
Hi, Goobs. Say hi.
Is he going to do our genuine positivity message?
No.
And here's Goobers with our genuine positivity message.
Hello, Goobers. Screw you guys. You're weird.
Hello, Goobers. See, he's like, this alien's picking me up.
Yeah, this alien's picking me up. Although when I come upstairs with a handful of dandelion leaves and flowers, he comes running right up to me and jumps, boom, right into my leg. Give me those. Give it to me.
Did you take him to fulfill his destiny yet?
Actually, I'm going there tomorrow.
No, you're going shopping tomorrow.
Well,
pick up stuff you didn't pick up today.
We do the shopping when we do lunch, then we do shopping. Comes back home for Susie. She'll do her nap or whatever, and I'll run over there.
Oh. Well, just don't run over Goobers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Goobers to give us our genuine positive. Ladies and gentlemen, now arriving on track 1, it's Goobers and our genuine positivity message. Okay, Goobers.
That's what he sounds like when he's eating this dandelions. He sucks them in like spaghetti. It's like watching Lady in the Trap. Chop, 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 chop. It goes in his mouth. It's funny.
That's what he sounds like when he's talking too.
Yeah. Ooh. Remembering those that put their lives on the line to make a better world for those that followed is a sure way to keep us humble.
Why, thank you, Goobers.
Thank you very much.
That was very good, Goobers.
Goobers, you're such a bunny. You're such a bunny. He's preening himself. He thinks he's a bird. All right. So, what do we got next?
In searching for stuff, did you know there are actual graves on an active runway in the United States?
I did not, although I have a sneaking suspicion that somebody died there.
No, they didn't die there. They were buried there.
Ah.
It's not in a commemoration. This is the runway, and there's the 2 graves. There's 2 more graves that are off into the grass. But
did
there
they pay
are 2
to
graves
get there?
actually on the runway. How weird is that, right?
It's pretty weird.
So, Savannah and Hilton Head International Airport has these. And the reason that they have them there is this was a full cemetery. And the Dotson family gave this property to make an airport with the caveat that they could not disturb these 4 graves.
Interesting.
But they couldn't lay out the runway anywhere else not to have the graves actually on the runway.
Weird, huh?
It is weird, right?
So what difference does it make versus grass over your head or asphalt over your head or concrete?
Well, and planes landing on you. It is believed that the family cemetery contained 100 or more graves. The Dotsons' great-grandson negotiated with the federal government, and all but 4 of their ancestors were relocated. It's so weird.
It is.
So if you ever get to Savannah Hilton Head at the airport, tell them you want to go on a runway and honor the family that's buried.
I'm trying to remember. Is that the golfing place?
Hilton Head in
Yes.
Savannah?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Sure.
So, okay.
Weird though, right?
It is weird. Weird.
I just found weird stuff in the news.
You know what else is weird? You're talking about one of my favorite drinks.
I know. And did you know that this was a flavor that people want back? So we're talking about Dr. Pepper.
Right.
And Scott likes Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Do I have the article in here on sodas, or did I lose?
Well, you got Pepsi up next, so.
No. Is that what's next, Pepsi?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that is next. Okay. Cool. So Pepsi, we'll tie the two stories together. Pepsi is now number 4. Can you believe that?
I do.
Now number 4.
Because they don't have deals for shit on their sodas.
Is that what it is? Because they're expensive?
It's stupid. I mean, Dr. Pepper and Coke have sales all the time. Pepsi has sales rarely, and they jack the prices up to a stupid level. A 6-pack of soda is like $9. It's like, what the hell?
So Dr. Pepper became number 2 last year.
Right.
Okay. And now Sprite. And I didn't know Sprite was its own company. I thought Sprite was either a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi product.
Right. It's distributed through the Coca-Cola distributing company by us.
Yeah, but it's its own company. It's not owned by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola gave Sprite a major makeover. So I guess they do own it, but they kept it a separate company.
Yes.
And now they're beating Pepsi also. So Coca-Cola number 1, Dr. Pepper number 2, Sprite number 3, which I guess is a Coca-Cola subsidiary, and now Pepsi's number 4. But okay, go ahead.
In all honesty, I personally think I have no evidence to back this up. But however many years ago, Diet Pepsi switched to a sucralose-based sweetener instead of aspartame. Sucralose has the nastiest freaking aftertaste out of all the different artificial sweeteners. Finally, so many people were bitching about it. The Diet Pepsi you buy at the grocery store in bottles or cans now contains aspartame instead of sucralose. However, all the bag-in-the-box that you get at restaurants still uses the sucralose, which is why I have to bring my own beverage with me to the cafe on Sundays because they have a Pepsi machine, and it tastes like crap.
You don't drink tea or anything?
No.
Okay. So Pepsi's Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut is coming back.
Yeah, I just had the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. I had that with dinner today. That was really good.
And they said it's going to be a limited run, but I was surprised that this was something that they're bringing back. I don't remember this being around before. Did you ever?
Not coconut, no.
It says limited edition Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut.
I think I showed you this already.
Creamy Coconut.
Oh, you can't see it. It's too small.
Hang on. Let me get it out. What? Yeah, the 00 Tropic. You showed me that. Yeah, last week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So a lot of new flavors are coming out, and we're digging them. I mean, they're not all great, but most of them are good.
Who's we?
Like, Susie loves them too. Yeah. One of the favorite ones is the Dr. Pepper
Peppermint?
Blackberry?
Yeah, the blackberry one. We talked about that show.
Really good.
One?
Really good. So, and then there's the Mountain Dew Live Wire in zero sugar now, and that's pretty good.
Yeah. See that? There's your picture.
There it is. Yep.
Kind of weird though.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But yeah, the Dr. Pepper new permanent flavor. I thought it was peppermint flavor. It's permanent flavor. That's the blackberry. Oh, they're making it permanent.
Ooh, good. Yeah, it's really good.
So blackberry will be permanent.
And I have Coca-Cola orange cream.
Dr. Pepper is coming to the candy aisle. So what is Dr. Pepper in the candy aisle going to look like? I can't find it. Come on, what do you got? Tic Tac, Dr. Pepper.
No, that doesn't even sound good.
That picture looks pretty funny, though. You know what? It would be cool. It would be cool if they made Dr. Pepper Tic Tacs and they looked like that.
That would be cool, yeah.
Little can-shaped
Yep.
Tic Tacs. But yeah, so a lot of stuff. Look, I mean, A&W is coming out with one. Ice cream
New
sundae.
ice cream sundae soda.
Ah,
Zero sugar. Look at that. I will definitely try it if it shows up.
But yeah, a ton of stuff coming. I mean, the crossovers and or what it was like, I can't think of what I'm calling them, where they work together, collaborations. I kind of think of
yes.
collaboration.
Don't you remember with all the war movies? There are collaborators.
Okay, you ready for this?
Sure.
Dirt Murderer Soap for psychos.
Ooh.
Dirt Murderer Soap. That's right. Liquiddeath is at it again. Want to cheat on your other beverage company? We'll even give you 2 free Liquiddeath coolers. Keep your beverage ice cold. Let us hit you up sometime and make you laugh and show you special deals. We'll even give you 2 free Liquiddeath can coolers to keep your beverages cold. How crazy is that?
It is goofy, dude. Goofy.
But this is their new collaboration with, what's the soap company? Dr. Squatch, the natural
Dr.
soaps.
Squatch. Which explains the guy wearing the mask with being like...
Natural soap for psychos. For a fresh, clean day, wash your crimes away. Only Dirt Murderer by Liquiddeath and Dr. Squatch washes away the day's dirt, sweat, and blood and leaves you smelling fresher than the mountain stream where you play splashy time with your severed head collection. Natural soap for psychos, Dirt Murderer.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you talked, but I could not hear you. It was so loud.
Dirt Murderers. Dirt and blood. It washes off.
Yep.
Limited edition Dirt Murderer.
Dirt, sweat, and blood.
Yeah, dirt, sweat, and blood. Not weird.
See, I do listen.
Weird stuff. Very weird stuff.
It is. But there's a lot of weird stuff out there. Susie watched the show, like the Say Yes to the Dress type thing in England, and the woman married a ghost.
Yeah. Well, you're right out of the read the headlines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I find headlines.
Okay.
I want you to read the headline on this article. Ready? It's coming up on the screen.
French government covered up Nestlé's illegal treatment of bottled water. Inquiry finds.
Okay. How is Nestlé illegally treating bottled water? What are they going? Okay, bottled water. You can't leave the plant. You have to be here for over 12 hours, and we're taking your passports and your IDs, so you can't leave.
And who cares if you're under 16 years of age?
Exactly. How are they illegally treating the water?
Well,
how do you treat
water? Treating the water, and I believe they advertise that they're
how do you treat
all natural.
Water illegally? They're abusing it. Hey, oh, you can't. No, we're not going to give you any breaks or lunches. How are you illegally treating something?
I told you already, and I bet you that's right.
No, you're not.
It has nothing to do with the fact that it's supposed to be all natural, and they're not doing natural.
No.
If you treat all natural, I don't know. Some of these companies, that's what they brag about. All natural spring water. No,
well, if it's all natural, why would you be treating it then? So it's a play on words, Scott. Treating. How they use treatments to avoid bacterial chemical contamination. So
kind of like a cucumber treatment on your eyes.
no,
No,
they're not putting cucumber in the water.
Makes bags go.
But
better.
It's because they're using it to avoid the bacteria, and they're labeling it. You're right, as natural mineral water or spring water.
Yeah, see,
such treatments are prohibited under
beer.
French and European regulations. Yeah, but yours wasn't funny.
Yes, it was.
Okay, go ahead, make it funny.
I'm always funny. I look in the mirror when I get out of the shower. I laugh my ass off.
I will wait. That's because your penis reduction surgery didn't take.
No. So, anywho's, back to the story, Steve.
So, for those of you who missed in the first half of the show, Scott's not feeling well this week because he was back in for surgery.
But I'm feeling better.
And he had, well, yeah.
Although for some stupid reason, it's 81 degrees up here, and I don't even have the freaking heat on. And it only got to 64 degrees today. So how the hell did it get to be 81 degrees?
So why did you have penis reduction surgery?
Well, because, when you're carrying it over your shoulder, it's really annoying.
Okay.
So, anywho's, we're getting close. What else we got? We did that one. We did that one.
Next one is Haddy.
I've heard that before. Why do I know that word?
Because I talked about it. They opened up a microfactory in Florida.
A microfactory.
You know what a microfactory is?
I'm assuming it's for making
micros.
Microdots.
Microphones.
Microphones? Not microdots?
Company claims the facility has the largest 3D printing facility in the world, with 16 times the production capacity of its nearest 3D printing competitor. So it's a big plant, but it's got a bunch of 3D printers and it produces little parts.
Needle parts.
What was that? They're not that small. 3D printers make bigger parts than that.
And it's not mini. Oh, yeah, I suppose it could because the Mini Cooper's not that tiny. I didn't
say mini. I said micro. There's a difference.
Micro's like microscopic. It means they're really tiny.
No, it does not. It means it's smaller than what it's related to, which is a manufacturing facility.
Oh, okay. Well, we know the
it's
facility
like your penis.
is big.
Is that why you had penis reduction surgery? Because you didn't know the difference between mini and micro?
So it wouldn't bother the people behind me, yes.
You did not know the difference between mini or micro.
So what? Does it say what they actually manufacture?
Yeah, 3D printed parts.
That's weird. The 3D printers that manufacture their own parts. Skynet is coming.
Yes, they do. And robots can reproduce themselves. It's just like in the movie Skynet.
Yep. It's coming. Steve's proof.
So it's hard to believe.
No, it's not.
That it's been 20 years since this restaurant chain has been around. But do you remember the Ground Round?
Yes. We had one in Janesville.
They are coming back. They're mostly in Massachusetts right now, but they're coming back.
The thing that I would do is I would get the chopsteak.
You'd get the pizza and you'd put it in a trailer and go around and drive around town.
No, I took the chopsteak and then I would get one of those wonderful buttered buns that they had. They looked like hamburger rolls, but they weren't. But I would cut it in half, put the chopsteak on the bun, and I'd eat it like a hamburger, and it was so good. And I think they had really good French onion soup. Really? Pretty sure.
Let's have locations. They're closed Sunday and Monday for Memorial Day.
Okay.
Where's look at all the food.
Oh, there's the bun. That's the bun.
Join the fun. Contact us. There's the one in
Massachusetts.
That's the only location? Home, about, events. I guess that's the only one they have right now.
Weird.
Yep, that's it. Back in there. About. The reimagined, reinvented.
Cool.
I'm trying to see if they have the chopstick. Where's the menu?
Yeah, that's weird.
You don't have a
I
menu.
see about, events, contact, and join us.
Seafood dishes. Burgers.
Sparklers.
Can't click on them.
Nope.
No menu.
Sad. Totally, totally sad.
No menu. Oh, well.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
we
talked
might-
about...
Yeah, go ahead. I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
To hell if you don't change your ways.
Okay. Where's the show going?
Crazy like normal. Are we going to rebring? Yeah, because you got something to do with Skynet. Yeah. I brought it up, but you actually have it in here as a subject with something about a flashbot. What the hell is a flashbot?
Exactly.
Oh.
Flashbot.
Again, the flashbot takes over the other ones. Yes, I just saw a movie like that. What was it? What was it? What
Okay.
was it?
Here's the flashbot. So we'll do the video on hotel or building. Which video do you want to see?
The hotel.
Okay. Turn the sound off because there's no talking. There's the flashbot.
Okay.
So you've seen robots like this,
Yes.
right? Just follow it along.
But yeah, they got one
Big
at Woodman's that does inventory.
Right? And they have ones that are connected up to sweepers at Sam's Club
Sure.
and does
I don't go
inventory
there,
and
but yeah.
sweeps.
Yep.
Okay. Or Costco. So yeah. Right. So there it is.
The
But-
cool thing is they even plug themselves in.
Exactly, which is a problem, right? And they got to communicate by Wi-Fi, so they're on the internet together. Here's the
Yes.
problem. They put arms on the damn thing. Now they can take over. Now they can repair themselves and take over.
Right.
Look at this. And the reason they did that is because they couldn't open up doors before. But now it can. All they did was add arms, so they call it Flashbot arms.
There
Flashbot
you go.
arm.
Oh, it's flirting with her and everything.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy the way it looked at her as she went past.
Yep. Right at her butt.
But see, she drops off the food, he grabs the food.
Eats the
Get in
food.
my belly!
I told you the first time I saw a robot working live outside, right?
As opposed to Working Dead.
Well, it was just before the pandemic, and I was in Madison on a bus run doing a wedding, and a pizza delivery drone robot was going down the sidewalk. It gets to the intersection, it waits for the light to change, and then it goes across the street. And makes a delivery to the person and comes back.
Yeah, well, those things just open up and you still got to take it out. This guy's got arms, though.
Yes.
And he's friendly, too. Look at that. This is the beginning of Skynet. This is the beginning of the
It
end
is.
for us.
Look at that. Well, yeah, but it's still got like 40 years, so we'll be gone. So it won't matter.
No, it's here now. There it is. There's his bag.
Right, but it still requires the supreme leader, and though we don't have one of those yet.
No, they do. This is not good. This is not good at all. Look.
What about
stealing the bagel?
Centennial Man?
What about it?
See, there was no problem with Centennial Man. They truly learned to care.
Problems
They
with
did.
all of it. I don't agree with any of it. Don't agree with any of it.
Well, of course not.
Memorial
You don't
Day is
want-
going to be, in the future, Memorial Day is going to be a remembrance of the human race.
Yeah, could be. Of course, in Terminator, Don't they at some point finally win? I think they finally win. No? They left it open and
put them at bay, but yeah.
Okay.
They're at bay for now. For now. Yeah, that's weird. I thought it was weird.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I still can't remember the movie, but I think it was J-Lo that was the star of the movie, where she helped the robot take over the world.
Well,
accidentally.
It was her brain connected because you connected to the robot.
Right.
I saw the movie. What was it called?
It was actually an enjoyable movie. I truly liked it.
Yeah, they're softening you up so they could take over, and you're going to think, oh, yeah, they did that. We call Atlas.
Yes, that was a very good job. You're so fast at doing that.
Well, I just tap into my computer brain.
Yep.
And do it.
Well, I appreciate you doing that, Steve.
But
awesome.
You want to commemorate is the word of the week, yes?
That is correct.
And why do you want to use that word this week?
Well, seeing that tomorrow is Memorial Day, this is Memorial Day weekend, and commemorate is to call to remembrance, to mark by some ceremony or observation to serve as a memorial of anything that happened in the past.
So you want to recall or show respect for someone or something?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. And you want to celebrate it?
Yep. My dad was in the Navy, so that was cool.
So what did you come out? So you're going to sing the song for us?
In the Navy.
Da, 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 da. You can sail the seven seas? Really?
That's how it goes. Yeah, I don't remember the words.
How can you not remember those parts of the words?
Well, because nobody danced that way. They all danced the YMCA. Because they had their own dance. YMCA, yeah.
Yeah, but you could do like a mix and come into that first. Go, here's a song you all know. And go, no. Play,
Dancing Queen.
Play YMCA, and you start off. You do a mashup, right? Start off with In the Navy. In the Navy, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy, come on now, people, take a stand. In the Navy, in the Navy. Can't you see we need a hand? In the Navy, come on and protect your motherland. In the Navy. Come on and join your fellow man in the Navy. Really? I can't believe you don't remember the words.
Sorry.
How about YMCA? Know the words to that?
YMCA? No, not really. I just do the YMCA with everybody.
We want you. We want you.
Goobers is back.
Yeah, what does Goobers want?
He says, you guys are talking too much. You're not letting me sleep.
Not letting him what?
Sleep.
Oh. All right, well, then I'll just say thank you for watching. Go to sleep.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
leave, subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Go down there again. Subscribe and share.
Bing.
Please share.
Bing.
All right, watch it live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy, just